Hey guys, welcome back to another review here on the Foundry. We got the whole gang. We got myself, Kryptonic Ken, we got Johnny, and we got Sly. We're going to be reviewing the second episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Star Spangled Man. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey,
How you
what's
guys
going
doing?
on, man? I'm doing pretty good. Actually, you
Yeah.
know what? You know what? I'm not doing good at all. That fucking episode sucked. I.
Oh,
Damn right it
really?
did.
We're gonna have to talk about that. We got some strong opinions here
Oh
today.
yeah,
What
I
about you,
will.
Sly?
Whew.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. Like the first one, it wasn't anything to brag about, but this one really dropped the ball.
All right, all right, all right. So where do we start off today? We got the Star Spangled Man, the new Captain America has been announced to the world. Oh boy, everyone's all happy about it, except for
Woo!
the people that care.
Yeah.
But
For
all of America's like, oh, dude, hi, next Captain America. They got they got hardcore propaganda going on. They got freaking action figures. They got him signing shit.
why?
Like they're going hard into this.
Why are people happy about it? I mean, like,
I don't know. I guess,
Patriotism. Just
yeah,
blinded by it.
America.
I guess yeah, just like
America.
propaganda. Yeah, but we got we got to see a different side of John Walker. With like he wasn't douchebaggy. He was a little nervous and humble, and be like, I can't be Captain America. I've got big shoes to fill and stuff. So we saw a little, you can relate to him. He's got a best friend. He's got a best friend just like real Captain America. He's got a girl like real Captain America. He's just like you and me and stuff. So there was a
He's a regular old dude that, well, as we learn after this happens in the locker room and he walks out cuz he's about to do a whole like thing in front of his old what was his high school, I think. They do a
Yeah.
whole little like Good Morning America interview and they talk about his history and his past and all his awesome achievements, like three
yep.
medals of honor or whatever it is, and they're going nuts about him, and the interviewer's like, oh, don't be modest, like you did all these awesome things, and he's like,
Yeah,
oh, but
it
I've
was a
got some big
really
shoes to fill.
cringy like interview with some girl and stuff like that, and I was like, oh man.
I think they were trying to like humanize, like make you see a little bit of the other side, like you were saying, like
Yeah.
just kind of introduce him, like he seems like a decent guy, like they're trying to make you have mixed feelings about this guy
I
because at
feel
first like
like
he's a
the
douche.
reaction should have been, like that. When they introduced him at the end of the first episode, he should have not had the mask on, and he should have just been like, I'm John Walker, and I'm gonna be the next Captain America or something.
It's weird how they're like gonna be like just making him like more of a publicity stunt than an actual like kind of agent or something like that, which is like the really weird turn for it is throughout the episode we see him more of as an like an agent or I don't know, maybe like a unit or something like that, but like they're showing him more of like a propaganda, kind of how like Captain America was originally used, like he did the plays like fighting
True.
Hitler and stuff
The
like that.
speech, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of what they kind of showed us, but he actually can pack a punch as well, and he's not all talk. But yeah, I don't. He's kind of weird looking. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to dog on. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen less weirder actors used on screen before.
Wyatt Russ is cool and all, but yeah, something about the look of him, man, it just don't sit right.
Yeah.
Doesn't scream Captain America. It's weird because he looks better without the mask on. Once he puts the
I
mask
know,
on, I'm like,
weird.
he
Like
looks like
accentuates
off,
his
like,
weirdness.
and his
Damn, like
underbite, like
years, man.
his hardcore. It's not hardcore underbite, but it's noticeable enough that when he has the like mask on, you're like, oh damn, look at that. He looks kind of awkward
Like an angry bulldog, yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah. So
What
he's
happens after that,
also
though?
he's got a partner though. He's got a little friend. That gets introduced as well. His name's Lamar.
Oh, that name, okay.
His name's Lamar. I can't remember his name. Anyways, yeah, he's got a friend named Lamar, and it just introduced him, but it's supposed to be another. We get like his agent name, whatever, his superhero name revealed later on. But yeah, I guess they show Bucky his reaction to the shield being given away, and of course he's angry, just like Falcon's angry, and they show that
Oh yeah. Mhm.
He
what are they?
looks broken.
Yeah, they do a really good job with Bucky. I think they work a
Yeah.
little bit harder on him, and
Yeah, I feel for Bucky. Like he's going through a lot of shit.
yeah.
Like he's had a hard time, and he's hurt by this. I mean, we'll get to it later. He explains more of why specifically he is upset by this, but he's visibly upset, and he goes. I think the next thing that he does is he goes to find Sam, because he's like he wants to talk to him about it. He's obviously the next closest guy to Captain America, so he's like, let me go talk to him.
I think he went there to like actually take out some anger instead of just like, oh, like I need someone to talk to. I need someone there for me. I think he went to take out the anger because like he was mad that he gave away the shield and stuff like that, so he was dogging on him for that. I don't know how the fuck he found him. They're just at some
Yeah, that was
airport,
so
and
weird.
Bucky's like, hey man, how's it going? And he's not like
Here, yeah.
surprised
act
at all,
like
but to see him or some shit like that, it's fucking weird. It just
It's
came out
weird
of
that he,
nowhere.
like-
I expected him to go there for answers. Like he wanted some clarity. Like what the hell?
And
was Sam
Torres is
thinking,
there,
man?
and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go on a mission, Falcon and me, blah blah blah." And then it's like, boom,
then he just, like,
Bucky's there.
joins.
Yeah, and then they're like, next frame, he's all suited up, some black suit. I'm like, bro, like, aren't you on parole or some shit like that, dude? Like, you can't just fucking like go on a mission. I'm like, you can't just do that. Like, you're a civilian, aren't you? Like, you're not a part of a fucking government. You're not in the army. You're not some fucking unit. You're not part of the fucking DOD. Like, what the fuck? We need to talk about some goddamn rules of engagement, you know, and some fucking accords, dude. Like, you can't just fucking.
The accords you didn't sign.
It just is baffling. It's fucking crazy, man.
That is definitely one of the parts that pulled me out, because as soon as that happened, I was like, first of all, how did he know exactly where Sam was?
Bro.
I have no idea. Like, second of all, he just walked in there like nothing. Wasn't that like a military base or something? Like,
Exactly.
how did he get in there?
Like,
And,
yeah, he was
second of all,
pardoned, but he's not welcome.
he just like walks onto the plane like, oh, yep, I'm joining you. And they also tried to put in some more of that comedy with the whole aliens. What was it? Aliens, androids, or
And wizards.
wizards.
Yeah.
And then they have some banter about like, is it a wizard or whatever? No,
Is
he's
a
a
sorcerer
sorcerer.
or wizard.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
I appreciated that, but like it was unnecessary.
It was awkwardly timed. They're definitely trying to go for that buddy cop feel, like the bickering, the bantering back and forth, and it didn't quite land right there, I don't think.
Yeah,
just
their
didn't-
weird buddy cop that they want to do isn't working.
I was
like,
getting
I
more
want it
Beverly
to
Hills
work.
Cop vibes.
Me too. Like, I wanted
I
to work
want
too.
it to work
Like-
so bad, because I feel like they could. And maybe it's just the first couple episodes where it's not great, but I don't know.
Every time I saw them on screen together, I thought it was very cringy. I thought it was very bad. You know, like they're
The
just
chemistry's just not quite
it's very off.
there. I don't know. It's
Like,
weird
pick a
because
lane.
the
Either
interviews
don't get along or be chummy.
Yeah, true. It's like they don't know how to feel about each other. It's weird because the interviews made it seem like they're all buddy buddy like most of the time, but they're not. They're really not. At least the first couple episodes. So
Yeah, I don't know what they thought. Maybe they're just like had to bite their teeth and be like, yeah, we fucked up. Like this shit is not fucking good. I don't know. Like how how would you not feel how awkwardly like and just unnatural that feels? Like their banter. It's like not funny at all. Like it almost makes me think that Anthony Mackie isn't a good actor. Like watching this makes me think he's not a good actor. You know, I've seen stuff he's in though. He's good. Like
yeah,
he's
I know,
okay.
it's weird. Like the other Marvel movies where they have like those lighter banters, like, well, at least specifically with like, you know, Anthony Mackie, or like I felt like it was fine. Like it fit, you know, it fit the little comedy they were going for, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like he jokes about, I think the one that comes to mind is like he jokes about making what's his Red Wing, like Natasha call it Red Wing. She's like, I'm not thanking that thing, and
Oh, yeah,
that
go
I
ahead and
thought
pet
that was
it or
funny.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was funny. Like he was like, I don't know, it was a good interaction, but like
Yeah.
the things he's trying to do with this just don't feel right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
which was I mean, like I think we gave a lot of excuses for the first episode because we were like, oh, it's set in the scene, but I mean, like the scene is set, man, but like it did not do us any favors. I mean, like what happened to Sam's family? We're just gonna forget about that now, and he's just like,
I know, right?
it just doesn't make any sense. He's like, oh, where you going? He's like, oh, let me show you all this information that I have on my phone about this group of terrorists and stuff like that don't like what happened after the blip. He's like, okay, cool, I'm in. Like, oh, all right, let's go. And then they go. And then for some reason, I guess Winter Soldier has the ability to drop 100 feet out of a fucking moving plane, you know, and just land in the ground,
know.
like land, and he's good to go.
Yeah. That one was a little weird. Obviously, I mean, he was experimented on and shit, so I guess he's like,
Is he a super soldier,
enhanced.
right? Yeah.
He is.
yeah.
But then
so,
Cap did it in Winter Soldier, remember? And he had to, have the shield to brace his fall. I mean,
well, I guess he used his arm.
oh,
I think that's what
true.
they were kind of like saying, but he's just like kind of like just plopped. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why not? Like, hey, like Falcon grab me and drop me down and stuff like that, and like, boom, you can make a joke out of that, carrying him like a baby or some shit like that, you know? But I don't know. That was just awkward. But it's just like two macho dudes just trying to outdo each other in the most fucking cringy ways possible, and it's ridiculous how we have a man with wings who does not utilize it well enough. at all.
Okay.
At
Right.
fucking all.
Hey, where are those guns still, by the way?
Yeah, apparently they said fuck it. And then they go to some warehouse looking for the terrorist people, and there's some lame interaction between them about stealth and stuff, and then they get caught, and they're all fucking fighting. For some reason, there's some big fight scene on two semis that are driving right next to each other for the sake of the fucking plot. They're driving close as possible next to each other just so we could...
Jean-Claude Van Damme moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so they could just fight up there, I guess, and then what do you know? Who comes to save the day? It's Captain America and his best friend Battlestar in a helicopter, and they just start shooting these people, and they're like, okay, he's using a gun, and then they drop down and they're like, okay, not gun now, and they're just like, let's do it hand to hand or something. So it's like we want to kill them, but we don't want to kill them. It's like, is this Captain America? Is he really gonna use a gun? Like, you know what happens when you use a gun? People fucking die. They bleed out. They get hit with bullets. They die. So that kind of made me think. It was like, all right, so fuck it. Like, why not use the gun? If you're gonna use the gun, why'd you drop out of the helicopter? Just fucking shoot them from your goddamn helicopter. You know, just fucking blow up the fucking train. Like, blow them up. Like, what? It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, it's just a lot of plot holes there. It was a cool little fight. You figure out that a bunch of the terrorists are actually super soldiers, and Sam and Winter Soldier get their butts beat pretty much out of the fight, and they get away. But like I said, during that fight scene, there have been a lot of time that Falcon should have been utilizing his wings, and I'm really disappointed by that fight scene because that was like the first time we really get to see Winter Soldier fight, and he looks like a chump.
Oh yeah, I was disappointed. Like he's super too. Like he should be able to hold his own up there, but he got his ass whooped.
Pretty much.
So I was kind of surprised by that. It was kind of it wasn't the greatest of fight scenes. It was okay, but it wasn't like anything fantastic. So I'm kind of meh on that fight scene. It did seem a little like odd, just overall. I think they were probably using it more to show the new Captain America's like his new skills with the you know
The shield.
the freaking shield and everything. Like he does some old moves. He doesn't do anything fancy like throwing it and bouncing off things like Captain America, but he does
well
some basic moves, and then he throws it to save
to cut you off real quick. And there was a little training montage in the very beginning. He actually was training and he was bouncing the shield off a couple items. It looked like. I might be wrong.
True. No, I think you're right. I think you are right. I think that was at the beginning. But in this case, he didn't do anything fancy.
Maybe he fucking should have, you know.
Maybe it would have made him better.
Yeah, and then it's this little scene, and then Sam and then Winter Soldier are like, those are super soldier, like, oh, they sure are, and they're like walking on the road, and here comes a jeep of a bunch of dudes. I guess they just said fuck their helicopter, and they're just riding in a jeep now. They're like, hey, why don't you get on the jeep with us? And for some reason, the man with wings is just walking. He's gonna walk to an airport 8 miles away or something. Like, okay, dude, with the fucking wings, but I understand he didn't want to leave his buddy that he felt like he some reason was like fighting and hated and didn't want to talk to, but he didn't hate him enough to fly away. I don't know, dude.
The whole thing, it's just
they just like, oh, you're supposed to forget these things. They just make me feel like they treat the audience like they're fucking brainless, you know?
Yeah.
I really don't like it. I really do not like this episode. I was going into it like, oh man, like I'm not super stoked for this. And I left and I'm like, man, I'm fucking really excited now for future episodes. See how fucking bad it really gets. Like, it's fucking A.
Yeah, and then they get on the Jeep and then those interactions are just like
dry as
awkward.
Fuck.
Like, cause like
it's so
like I think they're supposed to be awkward to some degree because there's supposed to be conflict between both sets of people, but you know, essentially it's like it's Bucky and Falcon versus, you know, Captain America and Battlestar, because
the only thing I liked about that. The only thing I liked about that with John Walker's character is it's kind of setting the scene for like the never meet your heroes thing. He respects the hell out of Steve Rogers, so I feel like he was really seeking for approval from Bucky and Sam.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're looking at him like, who is this motherfucker? He's kind of hurting on the inside. And I feel like that's going to be a really instigating factor going ahead in terms of his character development.
That is true. He definitely seems to seek approval at first, and then later on he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to put up with you. Just get out of my way. Yeah.
Oh, then
we very quickly just doesn't care anymore.
Then we had my favorite scene of them like, oh, we're gonna go to this area and I know a guy, and they go to some like hood neighborhood, and they knock on the door, and it's some guy that he met in Korea, I guess. Like in some, because that's when he was doing the shady communist shit, right?
Yeah, that was
Right.
when he was
Yeah.
still Winter Soldier. Yep.
Yeah. So like apparently, he was fighting other Winter Soldier or other Super Soldier assassins or something, and one that was left over from a batch that nobody knew about except for him. They had a little interaction. It was very interesting. I was super into that.
Yep.
From the past. Like that'd be pretty cool. I'd be down to see like Winter Soldier do some bad shit, like in the 50s or 60s or something, or in his prime,
Man,
murdering.
give me a throwback scene. Yeah.
That'd been cool. And then yeah, that guy seemed really cool. He was a super soldier, an old man. He was like, "Get the fuck out my house." I was all right, cool. And then they started arguing and stuff, and there was some forced comedy. And he's like, "Oh, some kid walks up to Black Falcon," he calls him on the street, and that was a little cringy moment there. And I didn't think it was funny. Ken said you thought it was funny, right?
I thought it was his sass was, I think, the funny part, because he was like, I don't know, just the way he delivered the line. I thought it was okay, but that actually happened right before they went to that house, and then after they leave, then they hit you with another another race-based conflict, because Bucky and Falcon start, like, they have a slight argument. They're like, "Why didn't you tell me about that?" Like, so he's upset. So they're speaking very loudly.
Yeah, they're
And
just
then
kind of like
for
going
some
off.
reason the cops are just coming through. They're like, "Hey, is this guy upsetting you?" And of course they're talking to Bucky about Falcon. He's like, "Oh, no, I mean, we're just talking here. It's fine." But then they seem pretty insistent, and they start to seem like they're gonna try to arrest him, and then they realize who it is. But then they also realize who Bucky is, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to arrest you because of your parole. That
You're going to jail.
you just left and hopped on a flight to ignore."
Yeah, I just said
So
fuck it. Yeah. Then our next scene is at a jail place, and Bucky's Shrink's like, "Hey, I'm here to get you guys out," and they're like, "Oh, under what authority?" And she's like, "Captain America authority, because the plot said so. Also, you two in my office. We're gonna do therapy." But why does Falcon have to do
those
therapy?
reasons.
We don't fucking know why Falcon has to do therapy. They've got to get cleared. And then we had a kind of funny, kind of awkward interaction where they're yelling at each other, and then they need to do couples therapy and couples counseling
do a
because
staring
because
contest?
they aren't actually together. They're not a couple. They're friends that are fighting. It's fucking funny.
There were some funny moments. They do a
I
staring
agree.
contest,
When-
and
when-
she's like, "Are you guys doing a staring contest right now? Are you serious? What are you, like 5?"
Right.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
And then there was a good moment where Bucky reveals more of like why he's actually upset about the whole shield thing, because Captain America gave it to Sam. He was like, he entrusted that to you, and like he trusted you, but now that you've given it away and it's gone to this guy, he's very upset, and he feels like what did he say? He feels like he fails.
Oh, he's like,
he
if
failed.
Oh,
if
he was wrong about you.
then he was wrong about me.
Bingo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good. That
It was a
part
pretty
I felt.
heartfelt moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good moment. I'm like, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're like fucking talking with emotions instead of just like you're just being like pissy with each other like children. Like if you guys are like, if they can have like a deep conversation and like yell about that or like fight about that stuff, like that works for me. Like that'd be much more preferred instead of just like petty stuff of like, "Oh, your Red Wing's broken, haha, XD," and like fucking splash some water at him, throw some sand or something. But like, yeah, and then they're leaving, and then Captain America's like, "Hey man, we need to work together," and they're like, "Fuck no," and he's like, "Then you stay the fuck out of my way," and he got real angry about it and shit.
He
He was like
very upset.
instantaneous. He's like, "Yo, we should like be buds," and then he's like, "You know what? Fuck you then."
Yeah, he got really mad about it too, and he like
He was
acted on it.
butthurt,
He was like,
yeah.
"Fuck you then." He's like, "You stay the fuck out of my way."
I'll put you back in jail now.
He should have said like Leatherhead somewhere in the scene to make it better.
Oh yeah, then just fucking Sam and Bucky are like, "Let's go see Baron," and then we see some fucking weird scene of like, I don't know, someone explain it.
Helmut Zemo in prison or something. Yeah.
Done. All right, boom, that's the episode. Out.
Yep. It's a wrap. Yep.
See you guys. No.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, we
I
just
know,
went through.
yeah.
Yeah, we I was like, oh no, we forgot a scene. There's a scene of the terrorist
Oh, the flag smashers.
Yeah, we
escaping,
totally skipped like multiple scenes
It's
with
'cause,
flag
I mean,
smashers.
how memorable was that?
So this,
they're just like put there in the middle randomly.
bro,
like, they don't
I'm
make
about to
a lot
go
of
the
sense.
fuck off right now. All right, so the scene where they just have this plane. You remember where they just have this plane in an airport surrounded by boxes. All right, first off, how the fuck is
Oh wait,
this?
wait, hold on.
All right,
We're
That's like
skipping
that's the very end.
housing scene too.
Yeah,
all right.
I
I
like the
think we should
housing
do the
scene.
other one first.
Okay,
The
okay.
German guy, he was pretty cool.
Someone do it. Someone do it.
All right, so what is it? I think this happens right after the whole interaction. I think this happens after the Jeep interaction because then they're like they cut to the flag smashers actually. So they're in what is it, Germany or something, and they're like
somewhere like that. Yeah.
they're looking for a place to stay because obviously they're kind of on the run all the time. So I think they must have found this place by like just some network that they have, the people who are willing to put these people in housing. So they do whatever.
That support
they
the
get
cause. Yeah.
yeah, support the cause, exactly. So they get in, they get all settled. This guy's super nice. He's like, "Oh, dude, anything you need. Here's some food and here's some beds. Just anything for you guys. We support the cause and blah blah blah." And it's very interesting guy. That's like he's like, "Oh, me and my wife stayed up all night to set all this stuff up for you guys."
Check
blah,
out,
blah, blah.
eat this fucking chicken, bro. It's off the chain, man.
Yeah, it was really funny. They had we have it all in Tupperware, guys. Take what you want. And blah blah blah. It's like,
Got some
okay,
clean ass
great.
blankets, bro. Like, what fucking family has like
He was
eight?
legit giving them everything. Yeah.
He was hardcore. So then they kind of set up and blah blah blah. And then what I found funny was like they had a computer in there. The guy sits down, immediately logs in and starts doing something. I'm like, that's not how
He just has like, I'm erasing I'm erasing our databases from the database. Like, no one's gonna figure us out. It's like, bro,
I'm
like,
erasing all news about us. So whatever. Like, okay, sure. Some
I'm-
random guy's computer in a house you can go do that from. Sure.
like
So that took me out of it. I was
that man
that's
like
weird.
doesn't have edge or something. He's got like fucking.
He hacked in, whatever. But so they do that, and then they're like, what are they? They're trying to like, what's her face? Carly, the leader, is
Mhm.
like trying to make sure guys, from now on, like there's no going back. Like this is like I want to make sure everyone's
Yeah,
in
she
on
was
this and
rallying
blah,
the
blah, blah.
troops. Yeah.
And then they're a little hesitant, but then they're like, yeah, let's go, blah blah blah, or whatever. And
I'm ready
is
for
that
it.
it? I don't know. Was that everything?
I can't remember where the hell they wanted to go, but yeah, I think you nailed that scene.
Okay, cool. I think that covers everything. It was
Yeah.
kind of like lacking. I think there was like a text message between Carly and
Oh,
some
someone
other
threatened
dude.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
Someone
you took my
threatened to
shit.
kill her. Yeah. I'm curious who that is. I'm really hoping it's not some one-off character again. It's
George
not going to be
St.
some
Pierre?
disappointing cameo.
What
What happened to him?
wait, to who?
George St. Pierre.
Oh, no, man,
Oh.
he's not going to be recurring. He was just there for one episode.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I
Probably.
feel like it'd be even
lame.
better like to have him at least because it's like okay, that's someone we know.
Something interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it felt like, so I assume what the thing was, like they all took the serum to make them super, but like she took either more of those supplies that was supposed to go to this unknown person, or when they were like, I don't know, deciding who gets it, she somehow like stepped in front of him and got like his place in line or something. Now
Sneaky,
he's
sneaky.
butt hurt.
Yeah.
So that'll be
took my
interesting to
juice.
see. Yeah, my juice, dude. How am I supposed to be super without that shit?
So, can I yell about the plane scene?
Yes.
Okay,
Please,
so
Go ahead.
it goes to an airport. People have a bunch of boxes with nothing in them, no weight to them at all. These are super soldiers, by the way. They're taking a sweet ass time putting boxes in planes. Well, all right. So imagine. So this is how it works. A tiny plane lands on an airstrip. All right. So they have the cargo right next to this fucking plane. There's no way that this fucking plane is able to land next to that fucking cargo in such a precise manner. So just saying that right there real quick. And then suddenly this dude's like, hey, they're on the way, Carly. We need to get out of here. She's like, all right, everyone, grab what you can. Let's go. I'm like, literally, it's what they were fucking doing. People were just grabbing what they couldn't go, And then he's like, oh, I'm going to stay to hold them off. And she's like, all right, bet. And then they finish loading the stuff. And then he just waits on the street. And then And then a bunch of cars show up, and a bunch of dudes come out with guns, and he just runs at them like a fucking dork, and then just gets gunned down in the middle of the goddamn street. and this makes me think here. And Captain America and Battlestar, they're like, hey, we need to work together. They're too strong for us. And even Falcon and Bucky, they agree. They say they're very strong as well, but they don't want to work with them. They can't be that fucking strong. If one of them just got gunned down with a bunch of fucking bullets, just get some guns, and then you're good to go. That guy was weak as shit. He got shot real fast. Like, what was superhuman about that? He knocked over a fucking light pole. Cool, man. I can do that with my car. Like, he's not that fucking super. It's not that great. And just fucking shoot him in the brain, and then they're I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not that hard, man. Just fucking shoot them. Just fucking shoot them. If they're breaking the fucking law and they're gonna kill you, you fucking shoot them. That's what the fucking police do. Like, just do that then. God damn, it's so stupid. I was like, are we supposed to believe that they're super soldiers? Man, I was like, wow, it took him so many bullets to die. It's like, all right. It's like.
Does anybody remember Civil War? How Zemo killed all those super soldiers? I mean, come on.
He shot them all in the fucking head. You're right.
The man knows what's up. So there we go. That's the plot for the next episode.
He's like, Baron, what's your trick? How do you stop him? He's like, I literally shoot them in the head. He's like, my God, that's it.
Yeah, genius. How come I didn't think of that? Oh,
Bastard's brilliant.
That part just made me really mad because, like, they're trying to show that Carly's connected and that people are willing to sacrifice for this cause. But I was like, you made him look like such a fucking geek.
I know. They
He
could
had
have set it up. They could have made the stakes look a little bit higher. Like,
why didn't you,
literally,
like,
it
throw a
seemed
car or something? Like, he could have thrown a fucking car at somebody, you know? Be like, I'm angry, grr, you know?
or he could have, like, pushed over that pole and then ran back and got on the plane. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Is like, you had plenty of time to knock that over and then run. You're a super soldier. You can run real fast. That's what you do.
He could have ran up on them and beat the shit out of 2 or 3 of them before they got a shot off.
But instead, he, like, announced himself. He's like, I'm here to distract you, but also run towards you and die. Like, all right, cool. All right, I'm done. Whew, I'm winded.
That was good.
I know.
I appreciate the freaking, like, the passion.
I'm
right
sorry.
there.
It just really annoyed me. I'm like, something with this much money shouldn't be doing it badly.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Some-
some hope still that it can turn around and become a little bit better, and I'm interested to see how they connect to things like comic book based, like the Power Broker or something, and like there's some very interesting connections they can make to shit, but I hope it doesn't continue down this path because otherwise it could become quite boring or just I don't know. You have to
that's-
like turn your brain off a little bit to watch.
I
some of these
agree.
scenes
I'd
and
say,
just
like,
be like, I know what they were going for, but I don't know why they did it this way, and just ignore the fact that they did something stupid
exactly.
and just focus on the fact that what they're trying to say is this person was trying to sacrifice his life for the cause. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you were trying to do. The fact that you did something really stupid to show that, I'm gonna ignore that and then move on.
That's what I'd say. Like, when I'm complaining about all these things, that's mainly just kind of for entertainment, you know. Like, those are little things I pick up on, but like I know that like it's kind of supposed to be dumb fun, you know. Like, not everyone's gonna have the same problems. Like, oh, that was dumb or something like that as me. So I totally understand that. And I know I'm being very critical and nitpicky with a lot of stuff I bring up for sure. But points, review scores.
Ooh. I'll start off since I'll probably have the most positive out of you guys.
I'll bring it down.
and I'm gonna. And I think this is gonna say a lot because I think. Ooh, I'm gonna have to put this at like a 5. I think.
Oh,
I think,
dude.
like
Shit. Oh God.
I was gonna
The
go.
baseline has been established.
I was gonna go as 5, so I go 4 then.
I'll have to go 4 as well.
Yeah. All right. So our Foundry official review score is 4.5.
4.3,
Good.
4.5,
Good enough.
something like
4.5.
that.
All right, yeah, we'll go 4.5 there. All right, yeah, but that's our review for episode 2. Thanks, nerds, for watching. Really appreciate it. I know we rambled quite a bit for this episode, like we did with the last one. It's just a lot to fucking bitch about, honestly. But
It's a
hey,
good one.
yeah, subscribe for some more Marvel reviews in the future, guys, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.
Peace out.
Bye.